2011 Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show in New York. We're talking with George Stinsman from Chaos Cycles. George, take a minute and give me a little of your background, please.
I grew up around hot rods. My father built them when I was younger. From that point on, I got a car when I was like 15. Started tooling on it myself. Caused a lot of problems. Decided to move on to motorcycles when I realized cars were real expensive. And then started racing sport bikes. Got into a lot of trouble on sport bikes. A lot of tickets, a lot of other things. Got into racing on a track. They closed the tracks down. From that point on, I just kind of moved on to the custom bike scene. That was probably about 12 years ago.
On this bike, what were you trying to accomplish on this build?
This bike I was really going for like a almost like a Schwinn bicycle look. Really wanted a cartoonish kind of look to it with the humongous front wheel, the small back wheel, really pronounced apes. Really wanted something that was aggressive but reminded you of a kid's lowrider bicycle.
What was your vision on this bike?
As far as vision, I kind of sketched it out quickly. When it comes to like things like color and stuff, I never really figured that out until about walking up to the painter's door. Pretty much everything you see here is exactly kind of how I drew it out, with the exception of, again, color.
Let's talk about fabrication. What'd you do on the fabrication part of it?
Fabrication on this bike, we pretty much did almost everything, from the handlebars to the gas tank to the frame to the front end. Try and do as much as possible in-house. I don't like when people ask me a question like, what kind of front end is that? And I have to say somebody other than myself. Basically everything on this bike is done in the house or modified in-house.
What about the engine? Let's talk about that.
This motor is a 88-inch Pandemonium Panhead from Custom Chrome. We took it, we changed the rocker boxes. For the most part, it's basically exactly how we bought it. This is one of the few motors I didn't build.
What was your approach on paint?
Paint was scary. I decided I wanted to go with these three colors, which are all kind of traditional hot rod colors, which is like epoxy green, the off-white, flat blacks, and then the rust that everybody tends to like in the rat rod scene. And, I just decided to go with all three of them, and right up until I bolted the gas tanks on, I was afraid it wasn't going to work.
But it did.
I loved how it came out.
Who would you like to thank on this build?
On this particular build, I'd probably have to say, well, first my wife, because my wife's always got my back. She's the person that keeps me busy in the shop while she's answering phones or taking care of customers. Pretty much aside from that, I would say Chris Maure, the painter, does a phenomenal job on the paint jobs. Always takes care of me when I ask for things, no matter how crazy they are or how simple they are. And of course, my kids.
If somebody'd like to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
Best way to get a hold of me is at the shop. I'm there 24/7. You can reach me at 631-714-4101, or you can reach us at chaoscycle.com, or you can email us right through the website. It's chaoscycle.com.
George, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.